Hello everybody, this is Amanda Ellis of amandaellis.co.uk and Facebook page Angelic Celestial Colours. Making this video today, which is the video for December 2015. And the first thing I just want to acknowledge is I wonder how you're all doing. November was a really traumatic month for our world, and collectively a lot of us got shaken by events that happened on the world stage. Ramifications of that is still ongoing and will be for some time. I'm sort of reminded by Archangel Metatron, as I'm sitting here talking to you, of one of the key cards that I showed you last month, and it was of a lady looking out to sea. The sky was very darkened, the sea itself I think was quite tranquil, but there was lightning in the picture, and it was a card of choices. And I really feel now, looking back on that as well, that there was something last month, but also we still are in the energy of it for this month, which is almost as though we've reached yet another choice point. And this is a choice point for humanity, really. And in the face of being provoked, great hostility, great aggression, great acts of war that are out there, we are really being asked to hold our own peace if we can and find our own place of stillness. Whilst around us we can see bloodshed and war and so much that is wrong with the world. So I really feel as though that choice point is something that we all need to be maintaining through December into next year as well. So it's almost as though the lines have been drawn, and the old 3D world might operate in the way that it normally does by going to war in the way that it does. But there is hope for humanity in another way forward, and we're seeing that in many peaceful protests that are happening around the world. But also I want to take it back to you as an individual and just really asking you to hold your own peace at this time as well. So I think what I'd like to do is just get into the energy of December, which does feel really fresh. It feels quick. It might sound very strange, but obviously it's a busy month for all of us. But I feel as though it's going to pass very quickly this month. Time is sort of a bit of an illusion, actually, and Metatron, of course, watches over the whole realm of time. And he's saying, even though it's a busy month, we do need to be present in it. So we give presents at Christmas time, but also we need to be present in this month to be able to open up to the opportunities and the gifts that are there. December always offers a portal around the 22nd to about the 26th of December, where new light comes into our planet to replenish us, recharge us for the new year ahead. So we mustn't miss that. But also the build-up is quite important that time as well. I'm feeling personally just this huge energy of needing to cleanse and clear and literally just purge anything from my life that doesn't feel compatible really with where I'm going for next year. And I've written about that on my Facebook page last night, so you can read that. But it's certainly a time at the moment where we're meant to be clearing and cleansing in preparation for next year, as we always would be. But this year it feels even more apparent, real need to do that. And a real need to actually already set our intentions for what next year is to be for all of us. One of the things, tuning into what we were going to be doing today, that I felt Metatron was saying to me was almost as though maybe if you'd just like to think about we talked about labels, I think, in a previous video that I did recently, but he's talking here about 3 words or 3 emotions that if you were trying to sum up 2015, this is your experience, this is your year, how would you describe 2015? Some of you I can hear have got some really nice positive adjectives. Some of you have had really tough, difficult years, and I can hear the comments aren't so great. Don't judge whatever you're feeling in terms of those 3 words that are coming to you. But it's almost as though, obviously, if they're positive, joyful vibrations, we don't have to draw a line under them. We can just carry that energy on into next year. But those of you that have had difficult years, it's almost as though Metatron is saying, can we just draw a line in the sand, really, because it's important to let go of an old energy before we can move into a new one. And this is true of years as well. So just think about your year, 2015. What was it defined by? What were the 3 words or energies that you would give to it? And then if they are not particularly positive, or there is a negative one in there or a challenging one in there, maybe just getting a piece of paper or something like that, writing it out in bold, putting a line through it, screwing it up, burning it, putting it to water, doing it to one of the elements safely, feels important at this time. Okay, I feel I want to use the aquamarine energy before we start actually pulling any cards. This is the energy for the throat. Be aware that certainly this time of year tends to be lots of bugs around, colds, viruses. People often say, particularly if you live in the northern hemisphere like I do, oh, it's just the change of season, which of course it can be, but it's actually also energetic. Lots of people get ill around December, around Christmas time and New Year. Again, it's all to do with clearing the body. The more that you can do consciously, the less likely you are to come down with something. So I'd encourage you really to do this. So let's do an exercise together, welcoming in Archangel Metatron on the aquamarine ray today, which is how he wants to appear to us. Beautiful colour. Those of you that know me well know turquoise is my absolute favourite colour. Love the aquamarine energy. And I'm just going to ask each of us to imagine that we're standing underneath a beautiful waterfall of aquamarine light. So let's just do this together, just spraying the aquamarine energy around me. This does relate to the throat chakra as well, so I'll put it onto my throat and imagine it flowing into your throat. And just allow that beautiful aquamarine energy to flow down around you. And as it flows down around you, it takes away from your aura, from your energetic body, anything that is finished with in terms of this year. If there are still some things that need to play out over the next few weeks, obviously we keep those in place. But Metatron knows what you're ready to clear, what you're ready to let go of. So just allow that aquamarine energy just to flow down, and feel that as it starts to flow down into your legs, flowing into the earth where it's transmuted into light. And I can feel a great cleansing going on with you and my own body, just feeling it flowing down my legs, backs of my shins, into my calves, my ankles, down into my feet and into the earth. Let go. Let go of what no longer serves you. Let go of people, of situations, of habits, of behaviours that have defined you in 2015. And know that there is a new opportunity, a new energy almost in town, knocking at the door, but we've got to be ready for it. Okay, so with that in mind, and just allow that energy just to keep flowing down around you. I can feel it still happening and flowing. I'm just going to pull 3 cards whilst we're in the energy of that from this deck, linked to the elements. The elements are going to play an increasing role next year in my work. I'm going to be offering some new workshops and online work with regard to the elements: fire, earth, air, water, really bringing those alive in a conscious way with Metatron so we can heal our own bodies and our life. Let's see what the first card is on the top of the deck. I think actually, was this one from last month? It's certainly one that I've talked about before. I'm laughing because, can you see, we have the element of water, turquoise. We have the element of fire that I was just talking about in the bottom. We have the cosmos, we have the earth, and we have sunshine, and we have the world, and we have the 5 platonic solids. And as I teach the platonic solids, these shapes, they are all linked to a different element and to a different chakra in the body. But this is the card of alchemy, magic. Realize that anything that feels leaden within you or around you at this time, it's almost as though there is this beautiful golden furnace being offered where we can just throw all of the stuff in that hasn't worked this year, all of maybe including, I don't know, dreams that haven't maybe been fulfilled, that actually now you're getting towards the end of the year, you're thinking, well, actually, do they really fit anymore anyway? Maybe I want a new dream, I want a new goal, I want a new ambition, you know. So we can pour frustration, we can pour anger, we can pour anything we want to into this golden furnace, just allow it all to come through. And as I'm talking about this alchemy and this purification that is happening, I can see that beautiful purple light coming in through my window just as confirmation. So thank you, Metatron, for that. Let's pull one more as we're thinking about the energy of alchemy. Let's just look at that. One more card, please, Metatron, for December 2015 for all of us. And I'm going to go with this one. We've got it upside down, so I'll just put it the right way up. It's the initiate of fire. So again, we've got all this fiery energy that it feels like we need to do something with in a minute. So I'm just going to put that there. And I think we're going to do a meditation linked into fire by the sound of it. And I would like one more from this deck, Metatron, please. And he's telling me to take it from the bottom of the pack, because this is what's coming in. So we've got coming in, we've got a picture of the tree of life, sacred ground. We have the sanctity of family, of relationship, and the tree with the roots going down into the earth, but also up into the higher realms. The whole thing about as above, so below. It's one of the paintings that Jane's going to be doing for me. In fact, she's doing it for me this week, linked into as above, so below. That whole thing about growth, whether it is this month or certainly whether it's next year, it can only come about if we are fully rooted and grounded and supported. And this is where Archangel Sandalphon's energy comes in so beautifully for all of us as well. But we have the tree of life there, this depiction here, which represents like a blueprint, a pathway back to consciousness, Godhead, a number of different attributes and qualities within the tree of life that we need to wrestle with, get on top of. And if the tree of life is your thing, then maybe Metatron is encouraging you to look at that a little bit more. Certainly for 2016, I think that's something that I'm going to be concentrating on a little bit more in my work as well, and offering some more guidance on that. So that's like we're planting a seed here. I also wanted to talk about family today a little bit, and relationships, and something maybe that I've been learning through this year, conclusions I'm reaching, although conclusions are never completely complete, are they? But I was talking to a good friend the other day, and we were talking about relationships in a fifth dimensional world. And I do feel that sometimes maybe we've made a mistake in thinking that there has to be, or we have to strive always to have like a fifth dimensional relationship, which is heart to heart, soul to soul, complete connection. And that certainly is the goal and what we all are seeking. For those of us that are on a fifth dimensional path, sometimes we're with partners that actually are not necessarily at the same vibrational match as ourselves. And I think you've really got to ask yourself whether that serves you. And sometimes the answer will be absolutely yes, it does, in terms of maybe providing practical, grounded support that you need to do, that you need to have in your life to be able to allow you to fly. Or the answer may well be no, it doesn't serve me anymore. But it's this thing about matching up third and fifth dimensional frequency. And I want to say there is no one answer here. It's what works for you. And I think also it is that thing about love. You know, if love is present, if love is there, then relationships can flourish through any of those stages that we go through on the tree of life. So I'm just going to leave that there as an energy for us to work with as well. I'd like to link in though to the element of fire and see what Metatron would like us to do with that today. So I'm going to use the orange flame spray, which feels as though that's the one we need. So I'll just grab that. Put it up to the camera, and I'm just going to spray it and just channel through whatever Metatron wants to say or for us to do. So firstly, I'm being shown all of us, actually we are all together, all of us who are watching this video, all of the people over the last year who've connected into me, my work, Archangel Metatron, this YouTube page, my Facebook page. I thank you all. And it's as though Metatron is calling all of us together now. And it is a huge circle of light that each of us has achieved this year. Every single one of you is important. Every single one of you is valued and respected by Metatron. And together we are stronger than being alone. And so just see yourself around the most beautiful campfire that you have ever seen in your life. It is huge. It's just absolutely huge. And it has, it's built high. The flames are flickering upward into the sky. Beautiful colours of orange, of red, of gold, of yellow. And it's really an abundant, holy fire that we are all sitting around. And all of us are sitting in this circle, and we're actually just holding hands with each other in union, with connection, acknowledging each other's presence. There are both male and female within our circle. There is every single age represented here, including women who are pregnant and who are to give birth in 2016. There are old people who are coming to the end of their lives. There are people in every single stage of life represented here. And I'm also being shown not only are we present, but behind us, behind each of us, is Archangel Metatron, who's like the overriding energy, but also we have other guides, beings of light that are with us as well, who are really happy to work with the Metatronic energy and who are here before this holy flame. And so each of us are just asked in our own way to think of one thing that has really weighed us down in 2015. One thing that has maybe really weighed heavily on our mind. It might have been something that we haven't been able to stop thinking about but has been detrimental. It may be a really destructive habit or behaviour. It may be a situation which is ongoing. It may be an event that happened that was traumatic. It may be a failure or a disappointment or a loss, anything that has really lowered you. It's as though what we're going to be doing is each of us putting something into this fire. And if we do it collectively, the person sitting next to you, releasing what they release into the fire, they also do it for each of us. And that's why you're only being asked to release one thing, because you only need to release one thing. Because this circle is huge. I'm being shown it's like 1,000 people, more than 1,000 people. And every single thing that needs to be got rid of for 2015 will be got rid of in this holy fire by all of us. So just spend a moment, connect into the orange, feel the warmth of the fire. Really feels beautifully warm. It feels safe. Beautiful healing energy emanating from it. Go within your body and your mind and your aura, all aspects of who you are. Ask Archangel Metatron to show you the one thing that you need to release into this fire. And it's as though Metatron is just drawing this now as an energy out of your body. Some of you may feel it as a physical pulling that is taking place. He knows how to do this easily, with no resistance from you. You're ready for this. And as it's lifted out of your body, or it may be something you want to voice, you could actually just say it out loud. It's going into the fire on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Release it now. And as you release it now, the flames are going higher and higher and higher. Beautiful flickering flames, which is able to consume any piece of negativity that's put into it. And as it is, although all the negative, toxic, unwanted energies are put in there, we start to see the fire start to settle back down. And it's as though we sit around this beautiful circle together, recognize and honoring the divine in every single person there. The flames start to slowly recede. Sunset sets. The air starts to cool a little bit, still comfortable. And then we can see the ashes in the ground. Beautiful, shining black and silver ashes in the ground. And then from that ground, every single person is just asked to take a step back. So we stand, we take a step back, and this beautiful platinum phoenix emerges from the ashes. And this platinum phoenix rises up from the ground, acknowledges every single one of you, acknowledges you now, offers you rebirth, transmutation, clearance, grace. We have the phoenix. We are all initiated, I'm being told, up to a higher level. That's what's just happened. We've all been initiated up to a next level for preparation for 2016. 2016 is about, let's get down to business, let's get serious. Let's start to really acknowledge ourselves as these warriors of light, which Metatron has told us we are for some time, but we haven't truly been able to believe. We are that. It is here. Alchemy is here. Magic is here. And it is within you. And having been graced by that beautiful phoenix energy, just feel that as it starts to integrate within you, offering you rebirth at this time. The energy feels so powerful here. I hope you can feel it where you are. I want to just pull one more card here as a result of having done what we've just done there. Let's just see where we're at. I have to say what we've just done was completely not what I was expecting to do. But I like that. I like to go with the flow. Okay, Archangel Metatron, one card please. Bringing in the shamanic energy, the connection to the earth, which is really important at this time. And also bringing in the one on the bottom of the card, the bottom of the deck, is the vibration of celebration and joy. And actually that vibration of celebration and joy, of course, is linked into the Christmas festivities. And I'm hearing the words, don't let anything dampen your joy. Don't let anything damper your happiness. Whatever is going on in the world, whatever happens this December time, if we are tested, I have no idea, we may well be. If we are tested, remember the joy. Look at the dolphins. They're not affected, or they may well be affected, but they're still able to dance, to be free, to be carefree, to be happy in a world that isn't necessarily perfect, but is still absolutely beautiful. That's what I'm hearing so strongly, the beauty of the earth, the beauty of the life that we're all lucky to actually have. And on that note, I just would like to spray the new peach energy, the Christ light energy, cosmic love, beautiful, beautiful colour, peachy colour. Yeah, that's sort of a fair representation, maybe a little bit darker than that. I'm going to spray that and let's just each step into that gift of love. So let's link into this ascended Christ energy, which is all about light and being open to receive. Just open your heart to receive this energy. Unconditional love, acceptance of self, non-judgment, beauty, joy, freedom, courage, liberation, heartfelt gratitude, thanking the angels, thanking Archangel for all that this year has been, including the difficulties and the challenges from which we have learnt, thanking them, thanking Metatron for the opportunity of a new day tomorrow, and thanking them for the present moment, which is all that we really have. Giving your heart the gift of love that some of you have starved yourself of for many years, taking down the barriers, taking down the defences, allowing that gift of love this Christmas into your very being, the cells of your body, reminding you that you are love. Okay, so I wish you all a really good December. It's been a pleasure talking to you this year, and I hope you'll come through with me into next year. Just rather drawn with the colours on that lovely card there. It says, speak your truth. Stand up for what you believe in, regardless of the consequences. Speak your truth no matter what others think. It's time to stand in your own power for all the world to see. Let's continue to do that this month and then through into next year. There's lots coming up next year, lots of really exciting things. So much love till now, not much love till then rather. Bye for now.